care when the day is nearly done.
On air, weekdays from 6 to 6. Love Daytime.
With more sun, sand and bad tan lines for you tonight, and the Oracle is making some big decisions. All new Benidorm continues at 9. Now though, it's Good Morning Britain.
Good Morning Britain, adored by millions and mourned by many more. Tributes flood into Sir Terry Wogan, hailed as one of the greatest broadcasters of all time.
Thank you. Thank you for being my friend.
The voice of a national treasure who died yesterday after a short battle with cancer. We're live in Sir Terry's hometown of Limerick in Ireland and at the BBC, where he worked for many decades.
Well, with a huge army of loyal fans, Sir Terry Wogan was as much loved for the radio show he presented here for nearly 3 decades as he was for his many television appearances.
Well, here in Sir Terry's cherished hometown of Limerick, books of condolence will be opened later for friends, family and fans to pay tribute.
All morning we'll be reflecting on his incredible life. We'll be joined by Father Brian Darcy, who saw Sir Terry last week, and Alan Dedicoat, who worked with him for many years.
Also on the show this morning, America decides. The long race for the White House starts in earnest today as voters in Iowa decide who they want to be their presidential candidate. Jerry Springer is there for us.
I'm here at Max's Highway Diner in Des Moines, Iowa, where today voters will give us the first clue as to whether the Trump phenomenon is for real, and on the Democratic side, whether Hillary Clinton can be derailed. I'll be with you all morning on Good Morning Britain.
And Grease Lightning goes live. And the Pink Ladies. Good morning. It is 6 o'clock. Welcome to the programme. Sad day. Very sad day, Terry Wogan. It's interesting, isn't it? He was a very, very good TV broadcaster. Probably the greatest radio broadcaster I think this country's ever produced. But the combination, very unique. I mean, very few people could crack both airwaves like he did.
Chris Evans, of course, took over his slot on Radio 2, and we're going to be listening in to Chris this morning, because obviously he'll be paying his own tribute as well.
He would have hated our intro, by the way, because we called him a national treasure. And there's that great clip, I think it was on, I can't remember which chat show it was, but he said, you can't call me a national treasure. He said, because you dig treasure up, which I thought was typical Wogan. But no, he was a charming, lovely guy. And I think everyone, I don't know about you, but when I grew up, in my house, my parents, he was always in the background.
Yeah.
You'd get up in the morning, go to school, there was Terry.
Yeah.
And my dad would be chuckling away, my mum would be laughing.
And on the car radio on the school run, of course, as well. So paying tribute to Sir Terry Wogan throughout the programme this morning. Now it's just after 6 o'clock. Let's have a first look at today's weather with Laura.
Good morning. Well, after Storm Gertrude on Friday, we now have our next named storm from the Met Office, Henry, arriving this evening and overnight tonight. So disruption likely across Scotland for this evening's rush hour and tomorrow mornings, with winds of up to 80 or 90 miles an hour. I'll have all the latest details on the wet and windy weather in about half an hour.
Laura, thanks very much indeed. So our main news this morning is the tributes which continue to pour in